evening, Vanakkam, Namaskar to all the participants who joined this webinar, evening webinar with our beloved Kavita Sangvi ma'am. Thank you so much for joining, ma'am. Thank you so much for accepting the invite from Matific. So this webinar is going to be a very, very empowering session for all the primary math teachers, principals who have joined this, expecting a lot from you, a lot of interesting strategies. So I like very humble to start this webinar. Before starting this webinar, I would like to introduce Matific a little bit, what we are doing, and then I'm handing over the session to Kavita ma'am without much delay. That's what I'm going to do right now, right? Okay, so the flow of the webinar will be like, I'm a digital math specialist from Matific team. So I'll be sharing a little bit about our company and then giving this webinar session to Kavita ma'am. Okay, just give me a moment. So as a company, what we are trying to do is we are focusing on improving foundational numeracy in the primary years. This is what we are trying to do. Our company is founded by interestingly mathematicians, Harvard, Stanford, and New York University mathematics professors. Those are the professors who founded this company, making sure students learn maths in a very, very active way rather than a passive way. That's our motive, through engaging and impactful activities. And it's an online gamified math learning platform, as many of you know very well. And our vision is very impactful thing is to provide every child in every country with a mathematical experience of highest possible quality. And that is the reason we are collaborating very intelligent math people in India like Kavita Sangvi ma'am to introduce these kind of webinars. We are sure about our mission to make sure every child is getting highest possible quality of mathematics education. And this is what our founders are, Harvard and Stanford mathematicians, Professor Ras and Shimon Shokin. So as you see, our academic board is mostly with Harvard, Stanford, and also with cognitive psychologist, Professor Don Abraham, right? So a lot of tools in this time we are using, especially in this pandemic time, like YouTube links, third-party tools, digital resource, free online tools, right? As a teacher, now we become a super teachers to use a lot of interesting stuff. But one question we should ask ourselves, whether these tools are safe for our kids' cognition. That's the one question we should ask before using the tool. Whether if you share a YouTube link to your students, we should think whether this link is safe or not, right? But Matific is don't worry about it. Matific is Kids Safe Plus certified environment. You can confidently take this tool to your school or to your students. There is no problem if you use Matific for 1 hour or 2 hours in the kids' cognition stage. That is what we found from Professor Don Abraham. He's leading the cognitive psychologist branch in University of California, Berkeley, by the way. Right? And definitely Matific is improving the math scores by 34% if you use it for just 60 days. That's one thing. And this is what we are not doing. Okay, we are not giving you worksheets or neither digital worksheets. We are not doing this. Then what we are doing? What we are doing is like we engage students, we empower teachers, and we impact learning. If a student wants to learn angle, student will be sailing in a particular boat. He will turn his boat to a particular angle to reach the particular destination. Okay, this is how a student can learn angle if Matific is there in place. Similarly, for fractions, decimals, subtraction, addition, anything, we have intelligent models. This is what we have. And we can definitely help parents, teachers, principal with amazing reports from Matific tools. And Matific in a brief is we provide a lot of games and manipulatives aligned with your curriculum, CBSE, ICSE, IGCSE, IB, and a lot of state board curriculum. We are in Tamil, Hindi, Marathi, and English languages in India. And these are very, very personalized and adaptive platform. And it's a good teacher digital resource. And we can provide you a lot of reports. And importantly, Matific will work without internet. Yes, you are hearing correct. Matific will work without internet, and it can work in mobile phone, tablet, laptop, computers, anything. Like us, there are 14 million students and teachers in the world are currently using Matific, and we proudly partner with Atal Tinkering Labs, Niti Aayog, just because we are completely aligned with New Education Policy 2020, which is released in last August 2020 New Education Policy. Because of that, we align with Atal Tinkering Labs. So top 100 schools in India who are having Atal Tinkering Labs, they are using Matific. These are interesting awards. And this is what the award I told you, the Kids Safe Plus certified environment. Any school leaders or any teachers, if you want to take Matific, first of all, confidently you can use some product. That is Matific here, Kid Safe Plus Certified Environment Matific. A lot of ministries trust Matific. Definitely, you can also trust Matific for taking into your school. And we run a lot of pedagogical tools here. And without further delay, let me introduce Kavita ma'am here. Ma'am, you have to give me 1 minute time to introduce you because your profile is such a interesting profile to share. So let me introduce Kavita ma'am here. So yes, Kavita ma'am holds a master's in physics, master's in education, master's in philosophy of education, and she is a certified advanced course in education leadership, which is a diploma course from a world-renowned Harvard University. She currently heads SVKM's CNM school in Bombay. She is a Teach STG ambassador. STG, you know very well, is Sustainable Development Goals ambassador and scientist ambassador for India. She is an ardent physics teacher who believes that learning has to be experiential in nature for it to sustain over a period of time. She conducted many action pieces of research on SAME and was given Global Teacher Accreditation by British Council in 2014. She is a British Council trainer and ambassador. In 2016, she was nominated as top 50 teachers by Workey Foundation for the Global Teacher Prize Award. A passionate environmentalist, she initiated composting as a part of school curriculum, and today the students have created their own in-house school business of making cloth bags from old bed sheets. Really a great job, ma'am. The school's efforts have been recognized by School Enterprise Challenge. She is committed to spreading the UN Sustainable Development Goals so that children today can look forward to a beautiful and secure future, and created a comic book on global goals. So, ma'am, over to you. Like, we like to empower something from you regarding the strategies for teaching primary maths. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. And thank you everybody who's joined here. And for this completely 1 hour, just relax and just enjoy the flow, because I would like you to be complete students and just enjoy every single step that we go ahead with. Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen right now. Yeah. Just 1 second, please. I don't think my screen has come across. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am. We can see your screen blank.
But it's blank, right?
Yes.
No, it's not sure. Okay, now. Oh, great. Okay, so we're going to go in for strategies for teaching primary mathematics. And I know that COVID has really upset our life back and forth. But actually, I want to say that this year has been, I would wish to share gratitude to this year because it has taught us so much. And it suddenly showed that we teachers are amazing. We really, we really transported and transformed ourselves to a differently digital platform so effortlessly. So we truly are that great. So let's just give a tap on our shoulders. So let's start first with this simple exercise. I have a figure on top of you, front of you. Tell me exactly how many squares are here. And you can put your answers in the chat box.
Oh, a lot of answers.
So there's somebody saying 16, 18, 21. Wow. 26, 21. Oh, wow. I mean, so fast. You're all calculating. Calculating is so fast. 21, 26, 16. Awesome. Awesome. Wonderful. Yes. Yes. Somebody 39, 23. Oh, wow. So now I need to give you the answer. Wonderful. So the real answer, the right answer is 30. And I'm sure you know how you got that 30. So many of you all have got 30 out here. So we have a lot of teachers who have been really exploring these kind of questions. So something like this, when you put across, it really makes life very, very interesting. So importance of puzzles and riddles, every time when you start mathematics, you start with something like this. It stimulates critical thinking. It makes us, as students, increase student participation, because I had all of you putting in your answers, and it was really a joy for me. And you actually connected this concept of squares to say a big square, a small square, a total square. So you connect it to a real life situation. And as I said, you already were thinking. And for me, that is much more important than any kind of assessment. And most important, takes away the fear of mathematics, because the primary kids are very, very, very scared of mathematics. Also allows students to learn at their own levels. So I'm going to put across another thing for you now. Let's play something, okay? And I'm sure that all of you all play cards. So let's just look at simple card they're showing out here. And we have this cat out here where your 10 is 10. And then let's take Jack as 11, the Queen as 12, the King as 13, and A is obviously your 1. So what is the total? Put your responses in the chat box. Wow, somebody's saying 47, 40, 47. I guess I'm getting a lot of 47. So what is 10 plus 11? 21. So how are you getting this 47? Can you just put it across the chat box? Somebody saying 52. So 47, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So 47 is the correct answer, and wow. So something like this, if you want to teach addition, why not actually get them to have their playing cards at home and have them playing games? So give it some cross out here and say, take your cards and show me combinations of 15, show me combinations of 30. And I'm sure the students are going to enjoy those cards and come back with a lot of games for you. So I'm going to play this game out here. At the same time, I would like this link to be shared in the chat box, and I would like you all to play this game too. So I want you go to the site and make combinations to make sure that you have a total of 10. So find sets of 3 monster cards that add up to 10. Shakti, can you please put the link in the chat box?
Yes, ma'am. It's already put. Actually, okay. It's already there. Yeah.
Okay. So I would like all of you all to go to the link and let's play together. Vaniti, if you can just go to the above link, Shakti's just put it across.
Okay, all panelists are attendees. Can you see the link? Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. Wonderful. So everybody's saying yes. Let's play together. In the meantime, I'm just going to run this video by myself out here also. How many have finished playing the game? And share your experience with me. You enjoyed. Great. So technology has been really supportive because even though we're not in front of our students, some simple games like this can really add fun in their life. And this is what we need to do in our post-COVID times. Use technology to its maximum. Anybody else who's tried the game? And there's so many other games that that is available for you. Great, Gayatri. Thank you, Jaya. Thank you, Shraddha. Pamidipati. I hope I'm pronouncing it correct. Okay. Nupur, thank you so much. Sonal, thank you so much.
We got it.
Yeah.
Oh, just
so which concept of mathematics can you cover with this image?
Yes.
Okay, addition, wonderful. Measurement of time, variables, calendar. Can you see all of the data? I mean, let me just present it to what you've written out here. Are you able to see the data? What everybody have written?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So you can all see what you've written right now. You've spoken about metric measures, what comes after logical, clock, angle, time, angles. That's really wonderful because you've really taken the angles out here to see how things is coming back to him, how he's able to lift that spoon. Wonderful. Addition also. What else can you come across in your primary classes that you can use a cartoon to teach mathematics? And you know children love cartoons. Speed, addition. Yeah, speed. What speed is it coming with? If I were to do this at this angle, if I increase the angle, will the speed be more or will the speed be less? Great. Network. I would like to understand what does network mean. Direction, time, measurement, wonderful. Reasoning. Oh, yes, definitely. Even asking them to model this makes them use a lot of mathematical concepts. So even creating a simple project also would help them a lot. Balance, weight. Yes, weights is something that you can teach them also. So see the kind of ideas that you're coming across with this. It just shows your innovation. So cartoons is what really, really supports out here. So I'm so happy with this. That's great. So I'm going to stop sharing out here and I'm going to start sharing once again my presentation with you. Okay, so this is what we came across with the Rube Goldberg cartoon. And as I said, if you can take even a Tom and Jerry cartoon, really your primary students are going to be crazy about your class. This is what I'm really fearing, you know, when they come back to this. What are your feelings about it? Because all of us are so used to the autocorrect. I hope when they come back to class, they can think about this. The new normal. Very nicely said, Brenda. It is the new normal. The students fear. Yeah, when they come back to class, they might again go back to the world of fear. So we need to bring this back. Very nice, very nice. Thank you, sir. Such amazing responses. So we're going to go now to a simulation. And let me just take that, because fractions is one topic where I've noticed in the primary, the students are very, very scared. And I don't know about you, but I know that they are definitely scared. So how can we get over the fear of fractions? So just give me time. So when I go into this, let's go into some activities. Okay. And I want to show exactly what I can do in math fractions out here.
Ma'am, I can see still the slide actually.
You can still see the slide?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I've gone to this. Yeah. Okay. Let me just stop share and share once again this.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am. Perfect.
Yeah,
You can make it as full screen also.
Wonderful. So now you can see the full screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see. Let's play now. So I'm going to just try seeing how we can play with fractions out here. I'm going to take one box, cut it out here, go to here. Cut it into 5 parts. Now, what fraction is the orange to the entire square of 5 parts? Just type your responses in the chat box. 1/5. Excellent. I'm going to take another box. Okay. And I'm going to, once again, cut this into 5 parts. And this one part, I'm going to mark it blue. So now tell me, this is 1/5. What is this part also? This is 1 upon, excellent, 1/5. So what would be the total of this 1/5 and the other 1/5? So let's take this box and say, what is 1 divided by 5 plus 1 divided by 5? Wonderful. So if you take something like this, and you could really, really have some games across using the simple game. So if you take 1/5 and just let's say I take another one also. So what is this square? What would I write in this square? Three upon 5, exactly. So 3/5. And then, again, this is about 1/5. So what will be the total? Four upon 5. So you can have him play games like this. Another kind of game that you can have is to even show equivalent fractions. So maybe if I had to just delete this entire thing. So just forget this square. Okay, let's take off this only. This is 3/5, and this if I take And if I take 6 parts out here, what would the fractions be? So if I were to mark here 3 upon 5, and the other one here I would mark as 6 upon 10, what would the fractions be? What would the relation between the fractions be? Equivalent, excellent, equivalent. So you can even show equivalent fractions out here. At the same time, all the operations out here, say addition or subtraction, all of this you can take it across using a simple tool like this and make fractions more appealing. So there are lots of other games also that we can take across. So games are very, very important to ensure that fractions become, all the topics in mathematics becomes real to them. They feel that nobody's judging me. It is easy for me to do that. So I'm going back to my slide. And this is what we just did right now. So why do we need to play games with students? First of all, it really helps them to explore the concepts. And the computational strategies and things become much more stronger. They allow them to explore. They're not stuck with just the numbers that I have given them, say 1 upon 5 or 2 upon 5. They can play and make it 3 upon 5, 4 upon 5. They can do so many other things. So we need to allow them to explore and obviously deepen the mathematical understanding and reasoning. So playing games up till now, the games that you played with me, each one has been connected to mathematics. Another very important thing that we've really learned in this COVID time is projects. And I think this projects, the need for project is because whatever we do in mathematics is actually connected to reality. It helps us to communicate beyond the textbook because mathematics is not just textbook, it is everything around us. And it stimulates curiosity and research is very, very vital. And obviously to give a holistic picture. So let's understand the simple graph that I'm showing you across, because every day one is just talking about COVID and the vaccination drive. So looking at this graph, I would like you to study the graph out here and understand the vaccination happening in Indian states. This figure is a recent one. The India's vaccination drive. Now we are a presentation of, I won't read the numbers. I have everything in front of you. But this is the real life scenario of today. This is our present population. We are currently able to give around 3.4 million doses of vaccine per day as an average. The total vaccination done so far, the number is in front of you. What will be the time required to vaccinate people in India? And how can we improve this vaccination drive? I think this project, and I'm sure all of you will agree, is something that every one of us need to talk. And mathematics is what supports our data. So I would like you to actually go to the site right now, because it's the assessment. Assessment is very, very important because assessment drives learning. Whatever we have taught the children, at the end, if we want to know that our children have learned or not, we assess. So I would request, Shakti, please, if you can put this link across.
Sure, ma'am. So,
yeah. So then I can take them back to the slide across on the top.
I have to type the link, no problem.
No, one second. Shakti, 1 second. I'll just take it. So I would like all of you to assess yourselves here, and maybe that way we'll get to know what have you understood from here. So I'm going to share my screen once again to the vaccination, what we had spoken about, the figures. Shakti, are you able to open the link?
Yes, ma'am. I can able to
Great.
open the link.
Okay,
I
great.
think to all. Yes. Now everyone got the link.
Great.
You can follow the link. Yes. I can see a Microsoft form here.
Yeah, it's a Microsoft quiz. So that's an assessment.
Perfect. After college days, now we are back to assessments. Rapid vaccination.
I hope I can get all of you all answering it, because right now I've not got a single response.
No, ma'am. It's a thought-provoking questions. So yes, it takes some 1 minute time.
Yeah,
Please
great,
give us
great,
some
great.
time.
Yeah, sure.
Do you see any responses?
Yes, I'm getting a lot of responses. Already got 31.
Wow.
We have a very intelligent lot here.
I'm one among them, but I'll never show like what answer I told.
No, the answer is not important also. It's the
Yes.
fun of having it, fun of doing it.
I think so many of us got 50%.
I'm very soon going to show the responses. So I've got 83 response and I'm so proud of them. Great. Wow. So I'm going to share the screen right now to show exactly how wonderfully you've been working. So as I said, Shakti, we have got a wonderful lot. We have 144 responses already, if you can see the screen.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's everybody's really, gung ho. But this just tells you the power of numbers, because we see this huge number, but then what is this number actually representing? So you have really come across and given me a very good response out here. 158 responses. That's really commendable. Okay. And majority have got it. We are a population of 1.38 billion. So this is something that we do teach our students, is to at least understand what these numbers mean. If you're gifted 1 million, then actually how much money have you actually got in terms of Indian rupees? So when we say vaccination per day is 3.4 million doses, what is that number in terms of Indian that we normally discuss? So majority have got it correct. It is 34 lakh. And which state shows rapid vaccination? Now, this is also very important because we need to learn how to read the graphs, because that's so important. And it shows Maharashtra. So that's also majority have got this correct. And the fourth one, I'm not asking you to do the sum, but how would you proceed to do that sum? If you have the present population as 1.38 billion, vaccination is 34 lakh per day. Until date, we have finished around 10 crore, 85 lakh vaccinations. Then what steps should I take to find out what is the remaining population left and how many days it will take? So I guess the majority got that correct in the last one. And that was a thinking question. So 186 responses. And again, once again, this is not about marks. It is just about applying your knowledge and seeing whether I'm able to do the needful or not. So simple projects like this also can really stimulate curiosity and interest in your students. Take any graph from the newspaper and make it interesting. So I'm going to stop share here and go back to my presentation. And obviously, when you talk about projects, the measures to improve the vaccination drive, I think here you can have your students, even if they're 6 years old or 8 years old, let them read the newspapers and tell you what they can do. They'll definitely come up with really innovative answers. Just leave it to them. So what is very, very paramount right now is addressing the learning gaps when they come back. Because in this lockdown period, we had a closure of nearly 1.5 million schools. We living in cities, we were still better off because we had that connect to technology. But in India, 247 million children enrolled in elementary and secondary schools have been affected. In the 29 states that we have, only 8 states had open classes from 1 to 12. 11 states have reopened only 6 to 12, and 15 states only reopened classes 9 to 12. I'm in Mumbai, and let me tell you, we have not opened even one class physically this entire academic year, not for a single day. So when our children are going to come back, we will first need to find out where are the learning gaps. We have taught them through technology, but how successful have we been? So this is something that we have to take to address those learning gaps. Are you going to use technology? Are you going to use some sort of a diagnostic test? All these are very, very important. So most important, the guidelines to support your students when they do come back. When they come back, focus more on the skills. Focus that do they have those computational skills? Do they have the critical thinking skills, problem solving skills? Because mathematics is a lot of word problems. You know, be able to apply the skills across. So these things, please focus more when they come back. Second, don't stress yourself. Just enjoy the journey, because you know that 1 year has been some sort of difficult, challenging year. Don't stress yourself. You're not a super person, a superwoman, or a superman. So don't expect too much from yourself and your students. Just go with the flow. For the first 1 month or 2 months, don't focus on your portion, but focus on the learning gaps. Use variety of resources. We saw technology-wise, when you used it, it really worked. So use face-to-face, use activities, use projects, use every single thing around you to ensure that your students are enjoying your classes. Keep it simple. We're not here to impress anyone. Just keep it simple. And last, very most, you matter. The teacher in the class matters. We have seen the entire year where we had technology. It was only you and you that made a difference. So when they come back to school, they will only be looking up to you to get them ahead, not anyone else. So please ensure and please understand you are very important in their life. And with this, I want to say thank you so much. It has been really engaging, and I've really loved your participation very much. And I would love to hear a lot of questions coming across from your end.
Kavita ma'am, we missed you for last 10 seconds.
Oh, sorry. I said that this. So were you able to see the last part of the presentation?
Yes, we can see that. Like last 10 seconds, we missed you. We missed your thank you note actually.
Okay. So I just want to say that I look forward to your questions now. And yes, the assessment that you're going to be showing, Shakti, how the assessments can happen. Yes.
Yeah. And participants, if you have any questions, you can post it here in the chat box. Ma'am can answer one by one. In the meanwhile, like ma'am was talking about the learning gaps. Thank you so much for addressing, ma'am. Very few people are addressing about this learning gap in this online classes. So from Matific, we are also doing some part of us. So what we are doing is like we are running summer holiday homework program for Indian schools to bridge the learning gap. So it's a kind of bridge course. So schools can take using the summer holiday homework, the Matific program. And you can visit more information about the matific.com. But I'll share you a little bit detail about what is this program, why is this program, how is this program, and then we'll go to the question and answer session. So quickly talking, so why this program is very simple, as ma'am suggested, there's a lot of math anxiety is there because of this online classes, like a lot of financial troubles, emotional struggles is there happening in the home. So the math anxiety is a very big problem. So we need to address that before students come into the school. That's one thing. And what is the summer holiday homework is? It's a holiday package available from kindergarten to grade 6 students to fix the learning gap. It is provided from Matific, and the previous academic year content will be shared to the students. The students will get the revision of all the concepts through interesting games, interesting workshops shown by Kavita ma'am, like a lot of things she have shown today through interesting games and manipulatives. And we ensure 100% curriculum coverage in this, and kids love that. And how this can be happening, like how to do this summer holiday homework is very simple. Like just go to www.matific.com, like approach us, we will help you in setting up your school. And what is the reward of doing the summer holiday homework is, after once the summer holiday homework is completed, we are going to run Matific Olympics or Matific Olympiad for pan-India schools. So students can actively participate in Olympiads. They can fix the learning gap. They can win exciting cash prizes, scholarships from Matific actually. So they are learning well. So whoever learned well will be rewarded well. As simple as that. Right. So coming back to question and answer session, can we get certificate for the session? Manisha ma'am will talk later. Like, what is that? Okay. And let me stop sharing the screen. Kavita ma'am, lot of questions for you. Is it only for maths? Yes, ma'am. Matific is only for maths. Actually, we are a math learning platform, numeracy platform. Kavita ma'am, you're on mute. Sorry.
Okay. So I saw one question. Can we get certificate open? That's all. I don't see any other question. I think the chat box has been just.
Okay. One question they have asked. Good evening, everyone. How do we make children understand that zero can be a dividend and not a divisor? Technical question.
I think you know better about what to do, madam. Just take some activities and see how you can work it across.
Okay, introducing zeros. We have a lot of interesting activities in Matific. Maybe you can sign up in Matific and take some good activities for introducing zero, ma'am. Definitely, I think it will help you out. Okay. And what else?
I
Interesting
think
thing.
even stories around zero will really work around. So just see how you can work that out. And there's nothing to teach mathematics through a story. A story is the best way to teach about. How can the school register for the same all students? I think that you need to get connected to Madific. They are offering free access. Yes, they are. Shakti?
Yes, ma'am. So Matific is offering some complimentary access for 10-15 days. You can take it out from Matific platform. You can also register in the website, or otherwise just give me a moment. I'll share you the number. Right. Yes. So in case if you are interested in Matific, then here is a slide for you. We'll take up the questions. Just please mail to india@matific.com. Very simple mail address, india@matific.com. We will help you out. Very soon we will help you out.
Okay. Somebody asked, how do you make children learn? As I said before, children lose, you cannot keep a child that learning capacity or that attention driving is not very much in children. They lose that attention very fast. So every now and then you need to come up with something innovative. Also, voice modulation. In your class, you are the actor, you are the creator. Just make sure that you are acting it out very well. And if you do that, and as I said, use a lot of manipulators, use a lot of methods and strategies, your class will be engaged and children learn.
Okay. And which type of activity will be suitable for making children understand the place value or concept? Oh, wow. That's an interesting question. So place value and concept can be easily understood using the money concept, like tens, hundreds, it can, or else the beats concept. So there are nearly 10 different kinds of activities there in Matific actually to understand just the place value. We usually provide multiple models, not just the same model. Like multiple models means if you take any concept like fractions, we used to provide multiple models because Matific is maths is abstract subject, and we have to provide multiple models to make it very concrete for our children. That is the reason it's one of our core pedagogy why we are offering a lot of interesting activity for the same topic, right? So maybe like for the place value, how can I answer to your question is like this. Okay, just a minute. Lots of sharing and doing. So this is how the place value you can teach using this coins method. But let's say the concept of 10. Okay, the concept of 10 is like a first standard activity. The concept of 10 can be taught in different ways. In Matific, we provide multiple models, like let's say acrobats as 10. Maybe you can teach using this activity as Kavita ma'am taught us a lot of interesting concept that can be done. And then you can assign this as a schoolwork, 10 as marbles, 10 as birds, 10 as coins, 10 as boxes, 10 as colors. So maybe you can use it as a schoolwork. You can assign this as a homework. You can use this as a test package. You can use this as a remediation tool, and you can use this as a revision tool. So same concept, either it's a fraction or a decimals or a multiplication, the same concept, but we provide multiple models. You can make use of this in the Matific platform.
Okay, so when the students come back to school also, you can also have them on the ground, and then you can do your, arranging the number of students in terms of tens and hundreds and all that. So you can do those kind of physical games also. So you can have a combination of physical and virtual games to make it very interesting.
So how to teach standard one topic time more interestingly? So there was a question by an interesting teacher. So Kavita ma'am showed one fraction, right? It is nothing but it is a fraction modeling workshop from Matific. Similarly, we have for all the concepts, we have this kind of workshops available in Matific platform. That can be beats workshop, fraction workshop, time workshop, all these workshops available in the platform. You can sign up and you can get these topics, and you can teach using Matific itself. Because Kavita ma'am taught fraction to us, equivalent fraction using Matific workshop. Why not us? Definitely we can do that.
And right now also in time also, basically, even when you're talking to your students, even if it's first standard, you can just ask them, Beta, what is the time right now? And then what will the time be 5 minutes later? So a simple thing, even while talking to your students on a virtual platform, you can have different things. And you can say that I'm going to call a friend from US right now. What do you think would the time be there? A first standard kid will be able to answer. Let me tell you, they are very, very intelligent today.
True, ma'am. And there was a question, is there any pedagogy to demonstrate data handling concepts to grade 2 children?
When you talk of pedagogy, that means data handling. As I just told you right now, what a simple thing of data handling would be, just take any kind of figures. Data handling could be even the height and weight or whatever it is, graph, and make them students create a data handling in the class itself. How many girls, how many boys, that also could be a simple data handling. Age-wise data handling. So you can have basically an experiential learning only using your own classroom and create that kind of data.
Super, ma'am. So like you are touching a lot of cross-curriculum, cross-subject things. That's truly a very good experience for the students, I believe, because you have touched the point of vaccination drive, which is the current affairs. So you are teaching maths using current affairs. Very simple.
Yes.
That's a powerful tool. Okay. Is there any upgradation of Matific program for 8th, 9th, and 10th? Venkata Durga Prasad, ma'am or sir, I'm really sorry. Matific is a gamified online math learning platform. When you go for higher gradeds, the children lose its charm in the gamification. So we keep it very simple from kindergarten to grade 6. So there is no Matific for 7th, 8th.
Okay, how to make children learn tables easily? Okay.
Go ahead, ma'am.
You can go with such simple ones like the 2 and the 5 and the 10. Don't go with the complex ones first. With the 2 and the 5 and the 10 you start with, and then you go with the different things. So you take manipulatives initially and then show it 3, then 2 times 3, that becomes 6. So when you take manipulatives and show them lower class, they get the concept. And once the concept is clear, then everything goes very fast, no matter what the number is.
True. I personally believe multiplication is nothing but skipping addition. If a student knows addition really well, he can be very good at multiplication, right? Skipping addition means you are skipping a number line in 2, 4, 6, 8. It's a 2 table. 3, 6, 9, 12. It's a 3 table. So there are a lot of interesting activities in Matific you should explore, definitely, for teaching multiplication interesting way. As I told you before, not one model, multiple model.
Yeah. How to teach a concept of division properties for grade 2. So I think that's simple. First of all, you can start with the thing that I have got about 80 chocolates and you have 40 students in my class. So how many chocolates will each one get? So simple, start with a real problem and then bring it down as to how you brought it across. So don't start with this, I'm doing division today. No, I have 80 chocolates, I have 40 students. Now each one, how much are you going to get? How did you work it out? So they themselves will tell you how they worked it out. And then after that, you can take them on to different games across and see how division can be worked across. Shakti, if you have any game to show that, please go
Definitely,
ahead.
ma'am. We can show. Salman Qureshi asked us, can you show one demo of activity if possible on Matific platform? Definitely, why not? Yes. So I'll show you a brief of Matific platform. I don't take much time here. So this is Matific platform. So what you have to do is simply log into the platform. You will be having username and password here. Simply log in using your username and password. Every teacher will be having unique username and password given by the Matific. Then you will reach this platform and simply go to activities. Here, activities, browse activities is there. That's it. You will find a lot of interesting games here. Browse activities. That's it. So you can choose which grade you are teaching. From kindergarten to grade 6, all the grades are here. You can choose the curriculum, which curriculum your school is following. Start from CBSE, ICSE, Singapore curriculum, Hindi medium, Marathi medium, all these things are here. You can choose which grade you are teaching. Maybe suppose 6th standard, suppose NCRT curriculum you are following, and suppose you are teaching a data handling chapter. Choose the chapter which you are teaching, the learning outcome you can teach. That's it. And there's an activity waiting for you. Very simple. There's an activity. That's it. So this is how the platform will look like, ma'am. Since you asked about an activity, I'm just showing you the activity. So activity will come with teacher tips and lesson plan. You can still use it, but if you have your own lesson plan, go with your own lesson plan. But last 5 minutes, you can show these kind of activities, like how Kavita ma'am engaged us the whole session, right? At the beginning of the webinar, 300 participants. Now also it's 300 participants, means you have handholded us like for the entire session using these kind of games. So we can definitely teach using these kind of games to engage our children like that. So this is how activity will look like, ma'am. You can simply touch to form the bar graph. So what we are doing is here is we are not just teaching what of bar graph and how of bar graph. We are also teaching why of bar graph. Why the bar graph is very essential for this 6th grade student. Because it's a dynamic data. A fish can hide behind one more fish. So now it's all frozen. We have recorded. Now we can decode the data from here. We can clearly say 12, 13, 14 blue fishes in the aquarium, something like that. That's it. So this is how the activity will look like, ma'am. I hope I can able to show you some activity, but sorry, for interest of time, I should not show you a lot of interesting activities here. But always just write back to us, india@matfic.com. We'll be happy to help you out. And Kavita ma'am, is there any other interesting questions? If it is for 7th, do we have activities? Yes, we have 6+ grade, but it's not 100% curriculum coverage is there, but 70 to 80% curriculum coverage is there. But we strictly adhere ourselves to kindergarten to grade 6.
They've asked Chitra Rola is talking about measurement. Measurement topic is more activity or practical base. How can we teach or involve students for such topics, especially for elementary group in online classes with limited time? So do you have something for Shakti for measurement? Otherwise, you can definitely have some activity measurement, but I would like to
go ahead, ma'am. You can answer your things.
Okay.
I'll search.
I think the kitchen is the best place to learn maths and science, because measurement out there, to make any single thing you do measurement. So you can even use a simple kitchen, let's make lemon juice together, all of us, and then start with your lemon as to how many liters or milliliters of water did you take in, your sugar, how many grams of sugar you took in, how many drops of lemon juice did you take in. So all these will start giving you your measurements. That becomes really concrete, and then start with the simple virtual sessions. So use that to your maximum, even on virtual platforms.
Okay, so as you see, measurement, we have 52 activities. So definitely Kavita ma'am's kitchen episode is one among that. We have kitchen activity as well. What students will do is they will add like lemon juice, 50 grams, and cumin seeds 10 gram like this. This is how they will make the potion. So measurement of weight. So that's it. This is how students will learn measurement.
Wonderful, Shakti. So then I am talking about they're doing it and then they're actually testing it. So that's really nice. So you can really make fun and have a lot of fun.
So 800 grams of this particular portion, you can add. This is the measuring. You are measuring and you can add it to the syrup. That's it. This is one activity from Matfic actually. That's it. So yes, we have 52 models for measurement. If suppose you are interested in it, always welcome. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for sharing this. And
the next question is, learners find it difficult to understand word problems. Kindly help with few tips. First of all, I would like to tell you that word problem is basically, so when your English is not very powerful, that also really hampers understanding word problems, because you need to understand the key word. Is it for, with, to? So first break up the word problem. Breaking up the word problem helps, and then start working on it.
Okay, so I have one response here regarding the word problem. So the word problem comes under A of pedagogy thing. CPA pedagogy, it's what we call the concrete picture abstract pedagogy. So we'll start a concept, either it's a fraction means we'll start with the concrete models like this. So these are concrete models as you see here, and pictorial worksheets and abstract word problems. So if we follow this method in introducing the concept to our students, they can be very good at word problems. So Matfic follow this. Matfic will provide, first of all, games, concrete games, pictorial worksheet, low rigor, and abstract word problems last, which are high rigor. So if you follow this method of introducing word problem to your students, surely your students will understand the word problem a little bit. But definitely it touches the part of literacy. I don't deny that.
So Komal has asked 2 times, why not answering my question? Matfic is paid or free? I know that they've had a free thing for about 6 months. Now, Shakti, you can take it ahead.
No, not for 6 months, ma'am. So yes, if you want to try Matfic complimentary access, you can just write it to us, india@matfic.com. We will set up the platform for you. You try it for 10-15 days. Like there is no payment required to try this platform. If suppose you want to take it as a premium, then we can talk separately, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for bringing that question, ma'am.
Yes. And Komal, if you're asking, can it be accessed only through school or personally?
So Komal, as of now, we are giving the success through schools, but soon you can expect Matific is releasing to you personally also. But as of now, if your school is interested, please ask your principal to just send a mail to india@matific.com. We will properly set up your school in just one day. If you mail us today, tomorrow your school setup is ready. That's sure. That's promise from Shakti.
Great.
You can try it out in your school. No commitment required. No cost, no commitment required. Try it out in your school. Only if you like it, then you can take it for premium.
Great. So I think we've answered all the questions that has come across.
Perfect, ma'am.
Yes.
And it's almost 6:04, and a lot of people say thanks. And one final thing I'll say before finishing off this webinar, ma'am. Thank you so much for this amazing webinar. Thanks for introducing a lot of strategies to us, including Matific, including forms, a lot of interesting things. And please try it out. Summer holiday homework package, dear teachers from Matific. Ask your principal to mail to india@matific.com. We'll be happy to help you out. One small announcement is, after this webinar ends, there will be a post-webinar survey link will be shared here, or in the Zoom itself, there will be a post-webinar survey. Please give an attempt of the survey. It will be helpful for both Kavita ma'am as well as for us. Okay,
So I would once again say thank you to Matific and thank you to all of you all, because your engagement is what drives my passion to come across and explore new things. So thank you so much once again to everyone.
Okay, so I'm just giving a big round of applause for you, ma'am. Thank you so much for keeping us engaged. Thank you so much. See you soon.
Thank you so much.
Bye, participants. Bye, teachers. Bye, principals.